Welcome to another edition of the Digicel Sports Show right here on Islandstats.com. I'm your host, Earl Baston, and joining me yet again is the lucky one, Jason Juggling J. Ford. Plenty to talk about, Jay.
Sure.
Plenty to talk about. We have Carifta Swimming Championships and Carifta Track and Field. It just concluded last night, Carifta Track and Field. We've got an update on the medal count and obviously the medals for the swimmers who have done exceptionally well. Mm-hmm. We had the Moths sailing going on at the Great, somewhat sailing on the Great Sound. We had 7 youngsters compete over in Uruguay in the Optimist South Americans. And of course, the FEI World Jumping Challenge for the Bermuda leg, 3 legs, concluded over the weekend. We have an update on that. But I know what you're waiting to get to. You sent me a little message Sunday. We are the champions, or I am the champion, and then I had to break down some bad news for you that I was a miscount. I actually was leading by 6, so regardless of what the score ends up, I'll be all right.
It's amazing or not, today is a different number.
Oh no, that's your number on file, 6.
Trying everything.
But we'll get to all of that after this message from our sponsor.
You may have heard Digicel is bringing the only true fiber-to-the-home network to Bermuda. But what does that mean? Fiber to the home is the fastest and most reliable way to access the internet. And with Digicel's fiber internet, the fiber goes all the way into your house. It doesn't just stop at the street. That means you get consistently fast speeds you can rely on. Think of it as a brand new internet highway that goes all the way into your home or office, and you can be one of the first to enjoy it. Visit digicelbermuda.com/fiber to register your interest in Bermuda's only true fiber to the home network.
Well, Jay, last night the Carifta Track and Field games finished. Mm-hmm. Big announcement that Bermuda will host the 2020 Carifta Games right here. Another year that the Olympics will be held, that Bermuda will host Carifta. So a big announcement came out yesterday. Mm-hmm. Donna Rayner, the president of the Bermuda National Athletic Association, really excited about the announcement of gaining another Carifta Games to be held in Bermuda. So getting communication with her was a bit dodgy at times, but we'll get an opportunity to speak to her once the tour party returns back to Bermuda. So and they are due to arrive later this evening. Mm-hmm. Swimming will arrive tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. As we know, they have been medal hauling up and down Jamaica
again.
Mm-hmm. But we'll get a complete roundup of everything medals in our next show, because we want to make sure we give it a full account of how they made out. Yeah. So we want to just take that time to congratulate all those who represent Bermuda at the Carifta Games and Carifta Swimming Championships, and obviously we will get to them in our next show.
Sure.
Yeah?
I just want to touch on the announcement, because it was something that we knew about it.
Yes.
What they was trying to get to.
Yes.
And watching the coverage throughout the weekend.
Yes.
Knowing that they're going to Cayman next year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure the tour party was taking a lot of notes this year. They're going to take a lot of notes next year.
Sure.
Because even if you look at the quality of the footage now, it's stepping up. And because now it's regional and they eventually want to get it globally, we talked about media, what media does for these competitions.
Yeah.
We've got some big shoes to fill. And hopefully now it gives her and our team.
Right, because obviously they'll come back and they'll put a team together really, really fast.
Really, really fast. But the main thing is getting the sponsorship on board, because to do this event, it's going to take some money.
Yeah.
It's going to take some money. Yeah. The good thing is, hopefully, obviously, BTA will love to put some people in beds.
But without a doubt, that's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Because April is Easter. April, still just the beginning of the season.
Right.
Hopefully, by the time we might have a new hotel up by then.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, if everything goes well. So it looks like this could be very promising, but there's a lot of work to be done. And I think first things first, we had to get the bids.
Yeah, 2020 could be a big year in sports in Bermuda if we're going to host the Carifta Games in April. At the end of that month, or somewhere around there, will be the third and final triathlon. We will be hosting all sorts of major events on this tiny island. So we've got some time, but time is of the essence that we need to put the infrastructure in place to make sure that we can handle anything the drop of a dime. We've constructed a site up in Dockyard that probably won't be used for any of these events, but we need to take that same concentration and mold it around, especially the central part of the island, because that's where you're going to off-break a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
that's where a lot of stuff will come out of and go to.
And I think, like you said, just with that event with the America's Cup, there's going to be opportunities, for transportation, the food industry.
Yep.
You can think of, these are things that are needed. Yeah. These services are needed. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity for workers, just for Bermudans in itself. So.
I think the good thing is we hosted Carifta in 2012. So a diagram, a platform has already been set. They just need to look at it and say, okay, where did we come up a little short? And work on those areas, solidify the other areas that they were able to get done quickly. And it's going to need volunteers. It's going to need participation of a lot of different entities coming together. And of course, we want to make it one of the, if not the best, Carifta Games that they've had as we, go into the...
I'm pretty sure even just Carifta itself, you're always looking to raise the bar the next year. So
we remember 2012, it was the Winter Carifta Games, as the announcer kept saying. It was freezing.
And if you go back even the Carifta prior to that, that we hosted, was obviously the world record from Usain Bolt.
Yep.
So we got some good history here.
Yeah. 2020.
Now I'll tell you what, my memory serves me correct with the last Carifta here was the Bahamians.
Oh yeah. Oh, Junkanoo.
They took over our national stage.
Oh yeah.
And I think we cannot.
Well, we had a little go. We had a group of Gumray beaters up the back, but they had some longevity. They brought in. I think they had a touring party of like 125, and they came bearing drums, horns, whistles, flags, everything you could think of.
They took over our national stage.
Yeah, so I doubt if that would happen in 2020.
I'm hoping it don't.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, it was billed as the World Moths Championship. Ended up being a moth because I believe it was only 2 days of sailing out of 5 due to, first, too much wind, and then no wind at all.
Man, that sort of reminds me of America's Cup.
Oh yeah. It started off like that.
Too much wind?
Too much wind. There had no wind at all. It was a delayed start, and then finally it got going. But
beautiful weather.
Oh yeah. If you was just wanting to be entertained with all the things around you. and believe it or not, most people, and we could say it, most people that went to the America's Cup, the sailing was only a part of it. They just wanted to be a part of the atmosphere.
Yeah, part of the history.
Yeah, and it's almost like cup matches. You have maybe 5,000, 6,000 that go for the game, the entire game. The other 5,000, 6,000, if the bull came in, what's that there? Yeah, because they're there for the atmosphere. They're there for the camaraderie. They're there for the good time.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And, for the last few years, being at this field, 6 o'clock in the morning, we get to see who's their first bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not 5,000 people there that
No.
get to see.
No. And the people that are there for the first bowl, they're the real cricket fans. They're there because it's cup match.
Yes.
They want to watch the cricket. Yeah. The people that show up after lunch and after tea, they're coming for the celebrations.
Celebrations.
Yeah. Even on the first day.
How many camps can I get to?
Sure. Knock. Hey, I haven't seen you all year.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
Yeah. But back to the Moths. The favorite from the UK won it, which was no surprise. He got off to a good start and maintained what little events they had. I think it was a total of 6 races altogether. But it is what it is. So we had 7 youngsters representatives in Uruguay in the South American Optimist Championships. We had 2 qualify in the Gold Fleet, and the other 5 were in the Silver Fleet, represented Bermuda very well. And, we look forward to them continuing on. I think Azai Smith, this is his last year in the Opti. He ages out because of they only go to a certain age, and then, you age out. So, good luck to him in the rest of his endeavors on the waters, because he has a bright future. And, we'll see where he goes from here.
Just a side note of sailing, sometimes I take this little track, but we're about a month and a bit away from the Everett Cross.
Yes.
And, it's never too early for us to start beating the drum for us to put focus.
Yes, on that event.
With the historic meaning behind the event.
Yeah.
Probably close to one of our oldest sporting events.
Yes.
And not only that, with the success of the America's Cup, with the Bermudian team, I'd love to see a lot more of our youngsters take to the water.
Right. Well, you'll be the first to know.
Okay, well, here we go. You're getting in the boat.
I'm getting in the boat.
Why you know?
I've done it before.
Did you finish though?
Yeah, every year finished. Every time I went in the race, we finished.
So you're taking the Great Marco with you?
I don't know yet.
I think you should.
I don't know yet.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just might be on the water to see if my boy sinks or swims. If it's using foot power, I think you're gonna cheat,
Don't worry about it.
I think it's gonna cheat.
East Ham Yacht Club boat will be in.
I can't wait. This is one race I need to see now.
Hey, you don't think I can do it?
This is one race I need to see.
Well, you be on the water too.
Wesley Tucker, my boy's coming for you.
His brother, the same club.
I know.
Well, we'll have a plan. My job is to take everybody out.
Oh gosh. I need somebody's boat.
Collision at the start line.
Oh, I need to see this. And coming out of the east, is it?
Coming out of the east, heading to the west.
Yes, I need to see this. And this will, so will this be on the?
It's on the Monday.
Oh, it's going to be on the Monday.
Yeah, the holiday.
The holiday, right?
We've always had it on the holiday.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know what? Nonsense was saying this here. This change of
Just May 24th.
May 24th.
Just May 24th change.
This actually helps this race.
What's that?
Because it puts a lot of focus now just on that race.
Right.
It's nothing else.
Nothing else.
I like this.
It's just Heroes Week, not Heroes Weekend, the Carnival Weekend. Or whatever. Yeah. But yeah.
But they're not on the water like that.
No.
Not on the Monday. Monday is the down south side, but it's the band of parades.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
A parade of bands, if you
Right.
call it.
Right. I'll be parading up the North Shore. You be parading somewhere else.
Yeah.
So
It's George's.
you won't see me. You've already committed to something. Not to worry.
All right. So hold on. So that's what I meant to say. Are you doing because May 24th weekend they have the what's the flag
pearl? The flag pearl. They've actually, now that the race is going to be on a Friday, I'm pretty sure these guys will go back to doing it on the Sunday. We used to do it the Sunday before, but when the days started changing, it was getting all confusing.
Right.
So it'll either be the Sunday before May 24th or Sunday after May 24th. One or the other, because they try to keep it close around there. Right. So
that's what I was alluding to. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, but they've already announced that May 24th.
Do you do that one for a little practice run?
What's that?
Flag pearl?
Maybe. Depends on how I feel.
What boat is this? What is this boat called?
Don't worry about that, mate.
Sink or swim.
Don't worry about that.
Anchor.
Got a special.
Special? That's what you call your boat? Special?
Bullet.
The blue bullet.
Oh yeah.
Your name's blue.
Yeah. Oh, you know that. You know that.
Cool, Marco.
Nah, just hold on, mate.
First sailor in a dinghy. That's good word. A helmet.
Remember, no Stephen Dickinson. He said he's not going to race this year. He'll be in a boat, but he won't be skipping it. Hey.
It's any race.
He might be my crew.
Oh, that's what's happening. See, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. You're a little ringer.
No.
Yeah, I tell you.
The skipper will decide what we do. The crew will be the crew.
I tell you, ringers. I've been plotting this for a while.
Hey, Chubby, don't worry about this buy. Don't worry about this buy.
Who up the U.S. coming out of the U.S.? Who's getting on from the U.S.? Put some licks on you, boy.
Man, look, you might as well just we don't do the checker flag.
If it ain't no Stevie, it's anybody's game.
Yeah. Rudy probably come out.
Please, Rudy, come out 2 days prior.
To be ready?
Please.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, well, I still got to get down to Georgia to start.
I just don't want what happened last year happen again.
You can't be trying to fix your boat only mooning up.
Like I said,
mad
that's
at everybody because the race.
I just want no repeat from last year. That's all.
Right. It is what it is. So, yeah.
You may have heard Digicel is bringing the only true fiber to the home network to Bermuda. But what does that mean? Fiber to the home is the fastest and most reliable way to access the internet. And with Digicel's fiber internet, the fiber goes all the way into your house. It doesn't just stop at the street. That means you'll get consistently fast speeds you can rely on. Think of it as a brand new internet highway that goes all the way into your home or office, and you can be one of the first to enjoy it. Visit digicelbermuda.com/fiber to register your interest in Bermuda's only true fiber to the home network.
The FEI World Jumping Challenge concluded. Giddy up.
Who be in this?
Well, we have 3 classes. A class was won by Philip Correa, riding Emerson. The B class was Christian Truin. I forget the name of the horse. And the C class representative was Kayla Barjat, I believe. Because over the three legs, you accumulate time and score, and the person on top. And then those 3 times individually will go up against others around the world. And then collectively, they'll go up against other countries around the world. So it's 10 countries over the course of the year. We're the first to participate. So we have we'll find out December 31st. Because that's when whenever the last country hosts their final league. So it could be November, but primarily they wait until December 31st, and then they send out who the winners are. So, but it's a good test for Philip because he and Carista Rabane have been selected to go in the World Equestrian Federation's event. Last year he did not go because of work commitments, but he said he's looking forward to this year. Carista is also looking forward to this year. So as we get closer to that, we'll have more information on that as well. So, it was 3 good events. A few mishaps here and there. Obviously, some days your horse didn't feel like jumping.
I know that feeling. Especially your horse.
Well, that's us, your horses. Well, on to your topic.
Referee! Wasting time, ref! How's that, ref?
I have 2 doors.
All right, well, Andrew, obviously not the result you were looking for, but promotion and league title is obviously what you set out for at the beginning of the season. Sum up the season for BAA.
I thought it was challenging. I mean, every game we had to adjust and adapt because of player availability. It was good to wrap it up on our game. Like I said, the result we felt, Rangers came to play. They played some real good football today, very attacking, entertaining, they used to with. But it's been a good season for us. So I'm happy for the players.
A little different for you. You're used to winning titles, but promotion and a title?
Yeah,
something new.
Yeah, something new. I think it's the first time.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm happy and it's been a good season.
All right, congratulations.
Okay. Thank you, Chief.
Yeah.
So Provincial Football Association, obviously, you guys and your coaches have had a strategy in place for many years. So I guess this year you reap the rewards of all the work that you put in there. So on behalf of the competitions committee, I want to congratulate you for winning the first division this season. Well done.
Hey, gents. Congratulations on our below. Congratulations, Ricky Skipper, lead the team up. Let's go.
Hey, let me get this. The girl with the shorts. Why would face this way? Why would face the guy's face wait, right? I'm seeing something. There you go. That's right there. That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
I know for call us up.
It's rolling.
I need to take that normal. Troy has another on his neck.
Oh, you're gonna have to reposition.
Well, jump.
Hang on a second.
Let's go.
Just think about what you've accomplished this season. It's probably the epitome of perfection. It's consistency. Yeah, this is what the league championship is all about. You start the season and you don't go run away. Probably hit a few speed bumps, but in the end, I think the persistence paid off. So congratulations, well deserved, and hope you and your parents enjoy the game.
The president of the BFA has asked me to say a few words, so it doesn't matter what I wear, I'm somehow wearing the wrong thing all the time. I just want to say congratulations to THC Zebras. I think, what is this trophy this year? What number is this? It's number 5 already? Oh, you go for one more. Anyhow, congratulations, THC, on winning the league. Of course, congratulations to the skipper, congratulations to the coach, congratulations to all the players. Well done.
All right, well, Scott, obviously a successful season. Sum it up.
Right. Commitment, hard work, dedication, humbleness. That's all the players displayed all season. And when you stick to your game plans and trust one another, they trusted me, I trusted them. And regardless of the little speed bumps that we had, I mean, I wouldn't even call them speed bumps. You know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So it's important that we, you know, be able to move through those moments and still accomplish your goals.
As a coach, you look at today's success or this season's success. When do you start focusing on next?
I done that already. Believe me, I done that already. So so my planning is already started, and I'm still looking forward to giving the young players opportunities, as you saw today, because I'm looking to build with the team.
It's coming. It's coming.
Hey. Yeah. So again, it's still just looking to build and seeing how we can make the team even better. The victories and the trophies don't dictate to me what football looks like.
Right.
It's improving each individual player at the end of the season.
All right, cool.
Why don't you just take it and get it over with?
I can't run. You don't know which direction to run from.
Yeah, so again, it's always how I can improve each individual player. I know that's difficult sometimes. You have maybe 2 coaching staff, but you have at least 30 players. But one of the, I guess, factors in that is looking at how many players can I get into the national program. So that shows me that it is improving.
All right, well, congratulations. All the best.
Appreciate it.
You may have heard Digicel is bringing the only true fiber to the home network to Bermuda. But what does that mean? Fiber to the home is the fastest and most reliable way to access the internet. And with Digicel's fiber internet, the fiber goes all the way into your house. It doesn't just stop at the street. That means you get consistently fast speeds you can rely on. Think of it as a brand new internet highway that goes all the way into your home or office, and you can be one of the first to enjoy it. Visit digicelbermuda.com/fiber to register your interest in Bermuda's only true fiber to the home network.
So the other 2 games that weren't played, I'm leading by 1.
Like, you know what, man? It's truth. I don't know why
Okay, we get to it.
What seems to be a problem?
We'll start off with the league champions. Obviously, PHC, all in all, dominating season. Had a little mishap towards the middle, second half of the middle of this, yeah. But all in all, they cannot be upset with what they've accomplished this year.
And I'm going back it even further. Last 2 years, they only lost the league last year,
right?
By goal difference.
Yes. Yeah.
And they picked up silver last year.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably should have picked up another couple. I think they lost to Cougars, and they lose to Cougars 1-0.
1-0 in the friendship final at Devon Chirac.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost, the league by goal difference, but then won the FA. Yeah.
So they should have at least 2 from last. They should have. But in saying all in all, when you hear the coach talk about the atmosphere prior to him going,
right,
and I heard almost the same sentiments from Southampton Rangers coach Jamal Wilkerson. Your team is only as good as your team that's around you.
Right.
You might have 18, 20 some players, but your backroom staff, your coaches, your medic, the guys,
everything has to gel.
Everything has to gel. That support system. So, as a coach, when you come into an atmosphere like that,
right,
that's there. Even speaking with some coaches, and you're former coach,
right?
What it's like preparing for a training session, doing the homework on a training session, doing your work on scouting
the opposition,
and what's the weak points, and,
right,
and where can we exploit that,
right?
But then only 5 guys show up.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah.
Some teams, I could tell you straight up, probably haven't trained in the last month.
Right. Well, that was what Paget was saying. They hadn't trained since November.
So when you have that, and you got PAC was averaging 6 guys to 7 guys sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
They probably had to put 2 benches together.
Yeah.
Through the season. And realistically, they didn't really pick up anybody in the year.
Right. Yeah.
So, in saying all in all, I think this title is probably more of a testament to the program.
Program itself, yeah. Yeah.
Not to say that Coach Morton didn't play a part in it.
Right. Right.
Because I'm going to go back to, even though PAC was undefeated at the time, even though PAC won this particular game, I think 7 or 8 or 11 of them.
What, yesterday?
No.
Sunday?
I think.
Oh, the game you're going to talk about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm going back to the game where he brought off the captain,
yes.
Robinson.
Flanagan's.
Yes, Flanagan's.
Yeah.
Which is what, the 3rd or 4th game?
The 4th game, something like that, yeah, of BA. Yeah.
And there was no backlash from the fans.
Right.
No backlash from the players. That player stayed in the team structure, not only in the senior team, but the coaching, his coaching commitments.
Yes, yeah. Because he would have realized, hey, I'm no bigger than this team. If you stamp that authority right from the start, even if you have to utilize using your biggest player, if you don't let him get away with it,
I told you when it happened, they end up scoring 7 goals or 8 goals after that. After you went up, I think it was lead 1-0.
1 or 2.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But I told you, it might have been a different approach or different outcome if PAC would have lost.
Yeah.
But they've been rotating goalkeepers. Trey Ming, who could probably even be considered for maybe MVP. He didn't even play yesterday.
Yeah, he's in a sling.
He
didn't play Sunday. Yeah, he's in a sling.
Due to a bike accident. You've got many players who've Casey Castle been in and out of the squad. Marco Warren probably be.
If anybody's going to be the MVP, it would definitely be. He'll be in the running.
Yeah. Even though we haven't spoke much of his name probably the last 3 weeks, but what he's done for majority of the season, and looking at other teams who really stepped up. So
I'm and just talking to a few people from around PHC, one of the players that they would say would be a standout for them was Markel Waldry, solidifying that midfield, just doing all what they consider the dirty work.
His demeanor is the team takes on his demeanor.
Yeah,
just does it.
Right.
There's not much talking.
No.
He's not a vocal leader.
No. He's a player leader.
Yeah.
With his play, with his work hard, get forward, get back, get in position.
And I'm just going to touch a little bit on some PAC's history. I'm just thinking, for me, he reminds me a little bit of, even though he does plays a different position, of Frank Mean.
Was never the standout guy, but done all the work necessary. Yeah? And once you got one of those guys in your team...
You never heard him?
Nope. Every time you turn, he was there. Yeah. He can pass. He can win the ball.
So, like I said, I'm not talking about position-wise, but the temperament.
Yes. Yeah.
Because even at that, and I'm talking about Frank Ming at the days of the strike force. I mean, you had some characters in that.
Oh, did you ever? Yeah.
You had the Sammy Swans, the Kenny Bratts,
right?
Ringer.
Yeah.
You had some characters.
Characters. You got it right. Characters.
Nails.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Earl Richardson. Even Kyle. You had some characters there.
Right.
Jack Castle.
Rough.
But in saying that, no, you just got to commend
the program.
Because when you see teams, and we joke about it, but we know these guys are training cup match.
Yeah. Yep.
They're out there putting the work in. We're seeing them. And the other thing that I gotta say, Earl, I'm proud of them in the sense where there's not only on the field, they do a lot of stuff off the field.
Community based.
As a team. So I just wish them all the best going forward. Any blemishes not being in the FA, which I think they'll be looking to avenge that next year.
Right.
But going forward, do you see any different going forward?
No.
Because the youngsters, even they introduced some more youngsters this year, and another youngster yesterday.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's gonna be interesting, and this is gonna be one of those teams we talk about, in English Premier, how after a team gets, basically on top of wins the league, you find other teams look and say, how can we improve our program like that? Make it like that, So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next game.
Well, Robin Hood obviously looking for any opportunity to defend the title. Outside chance, goal difference if Social Club was able to beat PHC. They beat Boulevard 7-3. Lee John Simmons hat trick, but they will look back on the season and say it was 2 games in which they should have won, ended up in draws that would have given them a better shot at winning the league.
Also, and I think we're talking about the turn of the year. That 3 to 4 week area where the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And not to say that Timmy didn't play it bad, but we talked about the lack of confidence and the lack of depth.
Yeah.
So now I'm not as confident as going forward for Robin Hood. Will they be contending next year?
Right. what will happen to the dynamics of the team?
Because of the fact with the lack of depth.
Yeah.
And even though this team is going to be joining the first division, which is Vasco da Gama.
Yeah. At the final whistle on Sunday, poaching season gets underway.
Recruiting.
I'm only using the words that was used in the meeting amongst the clubs.
Scouting.
Yeah, poaching.
I could tell you there's going to be some mass exodus.
Oh, yeah. Several clubs.
I think next year will be maybe close to a record-breaking transfer.
I hope not, but I understand it. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah. Paget getting a new team?
No, I tell you what's going to happen. Paget's going to, obviously, everybody that's there, this is going to bring him Montreal State. But they're going to, number one, they're going to have to bring some guys in. And in bringing guys in, how does that affect the chemistry of the guys that are there?
They work hard.
Number two, this thing about training when you guys want to train, that's not going to fly in the next level.
No.
That's not going to fly.
They'll be relegated 5 games to the season.
Quick.
Yeah.
So.
But we'll get to them. Yeah. Now, the first 2 games, we both took PHC. And obviously the next game, Robin Hood, you took Robin Hood, I took Boulevard.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Next game, we both got it wrong because it was North Village Rams drawing 1-1 with Devonshire Cougars.
I saw that coming.
Yeah. And you did say it. You could see it being a draw, so it is what it is. You have Dendytown and Flanagan's due to play on Thursday night. And then the final game in the Premier Division, Somerset Trojans came from behind to beat Crossroads 3-2. You took Trojans. I took Crossroads. Yeah.
It's 2-0. Jeez.
Yeah.
Quick. That was it right there?
Yeah. That
was it. I mean,
bottom fell out.
Yeah. But you went for broke.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to.
You went for broke.
Hey, it is what it is. Yeah. Then in the first division, we know Hamilton Parish will play Wolves. Now, those 2 games that will be played on Thursday night are meaningless in every regard. Dendytown can't go no higher because they're already in 3rd place. Flanagan's can't go any higher, so who will show up? Wolves can't overtake anyone, and Hamilton Parish, they can't overtake anyone. Will they show up?
You may have heard Digicel is bringing the only true fiber-to-the-home network to Bermuda. But what does that mean? Fiber to the home is the fastest and most reliable way to access the internet. And with Digicel's fiber internet, the fiber goes all the way into your house. It doesn't just stop at the street. That means you get consistently fast speeds you can rely on. Think of it as a brand new internet highway that goes all the way into your home or office, and you can be one of the first to enjoy it. Visit digicelbermuda.com/fiber to register your interest in Bermuda's only true fiber to the home network.
Let's go to that decider. A lot of implications in the game at BAA Field where BAA were taking on Southampton Rangers. Now, Rangers could have gotten promoted with a win and a Paget loss, but they had to secure the win first. Things didn't look good. Well, they looked good early for them. They scored early, but then at halftime it was 1-1. BA scored midway in the second half or early in the second half. But then I think BA's goal came in the 62nd minute, and 7 or 8 minutes later it was 2-2. But Rangers seemed to change gears when BA looked to consolidate and not lose the game. And I think things fell apart right there inexperience of players playing under that type of pressure. Rangers didn't have anything to lose. They have gone the entire season to date without a loss.
And you might have to go back with your stats. I think maybe the first team to go undefeated and not get promoted.
That's something that's going to haunt a lot of people at Southampton Rangers. Because they're going to look back on the Wolves draw.
Yes.
Which was the...
Yes.
I mean, Wolves fell apart after that.
Yes.
You thought they won the league.
Yeah, yeah.
But, that one they will look at. They'll look at the Devonshire Colts first game of the season draw. Because you want to get off to a good start. Not scoring a goal in the game. Yay.
Did they draw against Patrick too?
Yes, in the league. In the league. Yeah.
It's part of the game, and going forward, it could be also a blessing for Rangers.
Yeah.
Because in saying that, it gives Jamal one more year with this crop of guys. I don't see too many guys leaving.
Right.
Yeah, it's a bad feeling that they're not being promoted. But I think, what they've accomplished and the nucleus of guys, and I tell you, Darius Cox will be playing the whole season. Hopefully.
Right.
Physically wise.
Right. To be honest, I think this is it for Darius. I mean, talking to him on the side, he hints a few things. He's one of those guys that keeps his cards close to his chest.
Yeah.
But I think the Sunday commitments now are over for him. I think he will just enjoy.
I hope he one more year.
Right. Yeah.
I
tell you what, it all depends on that FA Cup game.
Because I'd love for him to bring the other center halves. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to need. Obviously, they'll be one of the favorites too. Even if you look at Social Club coming down and Flanagan's coming down,
right?
Rangers will probably still be in the runnings.
Oh yeah, they'll be the hot favorite from the start.
Yeah. So in saying that, coming up, they're going to need somebody solid down.
A level head, a level calm player, a player that understands the game. A complete player. They're going to need that on the field.
They're going to need that.
Yeah.
We talk about the spine all the time. They're going to need that. Yeah. So I would hope, even if he's around, pretty much to just even bring somebody through.
But of course, BAA, who won the league despite the loss, they're going to look to also boost their squad as well. They're going to have to.
Let me tell you something there, and this is the tricky part. The loss of Willie Clemens.
And without Troy Tucker playing on Sunday. That made a huge difference in that team.
We've said this before. With Troy Tucker out of that squad, it's a completely different team.
Yeah. They can get away. If Troy plays, they can get away a little bit without Willie. But if both of them's out of these, oh man, the team's off balance. Because those two do so much work. And then you got the ability of Juande Bassam to pass the ball and look. If you're missing key components, and like we've always said it, down the middle, those guys can solidify the middle. It's a huge difference.
So they will be scouting.
Yeah. Not poaching.
Scouting.
But it is what it is. I mean, if a player decides that, look, I'm leaving Somerset Eagles, I'm going BAA, is it only club? Do we blame the club for taking them? These
okay, so let's go back. And you're a coach, and you hear that one of the deficiencies in your team is a center half. And you hear from a rival club that their center half is leaving. And you know that center half will fit right into your team. You're telling me that you're not going to
mysteriously bump into you and have a chat?
I'm not even mysterious. I'm getting his number.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Snoo law against it.
No.
So you'd be dumb enough if you be dumb if you
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
can get it.
Because if he says no, you haven't lost anything. But if he says yes, you're gained.
So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Well, you took BAA.
Yep, I lost that one.
I took Southampton Rangers. And then, of course, knowing what was going on at BAA was always important for Paget to win their game. Was a nail-biter early. Of course, the end results 4-0 sounds like it was comfortable, but there were some nervous moments at Southampton over early before Dion scored the first goal and kind of calmed things down and took the nerves away. But, you know, like you said earlier, they're going to have to do some work in this off season.
You know what, Harold?
What's that?
I don't think you thought of this.
What's that?
In my head is always thinking, who would you probably put one of the front runners for MVP for the first division?
Well, obviously Dion stands out.
He'll be in the conversation, right?
Yeah, definitely. He's carried them quite a ways.
Okay. Question number 2. Who's the MVP of the cricket season?
Dion Stubble.
When was the last time an athlete was MVP of our 2 major sports?
2 different divisions, though.
Still,
If it was MVP of the Premier League. Yeah.
MVP is MVP.
Well, that's true. You got a point. But do they have a first division MVP? Cricket?
Okay, well,
Yeah, they must because they have
Must.
2 divisions. Yeah,
Must.
yeah.
Still, MVP
But yeah,
of-
MVP of 2 major 2 national sports. Oh, okay, cool, interesting.
I wonder who's the last one.
Got me.
If yeah, I'm thought about it. I'm just
Right.
I was driving. When I come here, I was thinking about
It'll probably be a rivalry between Dion and Jason. Jason Smith.
a rivalry as far as what?
MVP.
Oh, MVP. Yeah.
I mean, you look at Jason's record of 13 shutouts.
And the games they lost,
He wasn't a girl.
he wasn't a good.
If you put that argument up against anybody that scored 20 goals, 9 times out of 10, most people that look at those things will look defensive side.
We're gonna look at some more numbers, but one number that stuck out, and I really wanted even though the Wolves game is not gonna matter. The number was 16. Paget 16 goals against for the season.
For the season. It used to be
Paget
116.
had the best defense in the first division this year.
Yeah.
Didn't see it coming.
Jason saw it coming.
So I would love the story of Dion capturing.
Right. But you'll understand if Jason was named.
Jason would probably be my favorite.
Right. Without a doubt. Looking at it on
That
numbers for
number
numbers, that number alone stands up higher than
from where you've came from.
Yeah. A far standout. Well, we both took Paget.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both took Paget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I think I took Paget. I was stupid not to take
No,
Paget.
because I think you was really.
I was contemplating taking Island Rangers, but I'd have been a fool.
Okay, buddy.
Devonshire Colts beat up on St. David's. We both took Devonshire Colts.
Yeah, you saw that coming.
Yeah. And then the final game was a split. Somerset Eagles lost 4-1 to St. George's. You were beating me up, telling me you knew where I'm going, and well, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, with the last 2 games, congratulations.
No, it's not. I'm not until an action.
I'm not saying it the second time. I said it
Hold
already.
on. You've been saying all this all year.
No, we can't do it in the next show because those games will be on that night.
Not sure. I'm not. You've been saying it all year. Let's wait to the last one.
These last two games make no difference because we both took the same teams. I said it already. I ain't saying it again.
I tell you, so lose again.
That ain't no sore loser. You got anything else to say, man? Because I'm gotta go, man. I'm gotta go.
I'll be back on Thursday to rub it in again.
Good night from the Digicel Sports Show.
We are the champions again.